Alright, Shalom Makim Shalom. I'm back. Hey, Yabba Shemal Shai, Brakathum to my dear brothers out there. You little man and sisters worshiping Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai in spirit and in truth. Before I start, I want to give all praises to the creator of the heavens and the earth. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Harakak Wadash. Yahweh, that's the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai, that's the name of the beloved Son. The Harakak Wadash is the Holy Spirit that we come in. Devon said, elder apostles of the great millstone, in peace and mercy once again. All right, as I was speaking before my internet connection shut down, as you can see the title of this lesson, which this lesson right here should be like one of those uplifting, more fun lessons, and it's based off a dream that I had a couple days ago. But the title is, I had a dream of a cave full of gold and artifacts, and in parentheses I have St. George. All right, and yeah, basically I had a dream the other day, in which I don't dream a lot, but as of recently, the Lord been giving me dreams for like the past week. I've been just having dreams. I'm like, damn, I'm having dreams right now. And one of the dreams was that, like you see this thumbnail, the thumbnail of the video, it was a cave and it looked like this, like you see in the thumbnail. Now this is from the movie The Mummy. And it was filled with gold, all type of gold, just like you see. Matter of fact, here we go right here, the actual scene, the clip from The Mummy. I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to click through. I'm going to click through it to show you this is how the cave looked. And it was filled with gold and artifacts. And the artifacts was like all the history that's being hidden. All the history that's being hidden concerning the Israelites. All of our facts. It had everything. It had gold in there like this. And it had artifacts everywhere. And in the dream, I explained the dream, but in the dream also it was a book that was shown to me in the dream. And this was the reason why I got St. George. The reason why I got St. George in parentheses, because a book was shown me and it said George. It said St. George on the cover of the book. And this was the image that was the cover of the book. Now I don't, like I was saying previously, you know, I'm not the type of brother that go deep into, you know, like Moorish histories or we ruled in Europe, and I know my fair share about all of that, you know, but that ain't where my strength is at in the spirit. So I never heard of a St. George, you know, I never heard of a St. George, you know what I'm saying? But this was the cover of the book, and the book was opened. And when the book was opened, it had George on the front though. But when the book was opened, like you know about the Black Russian icons, this is what was in the book. It was images like this. And the guy was flipping the pages. And I remember, I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but he was saying, yes, this is y'all, this is you. Like he was basically pushing out that it was us, and this is it was us basically. You know, that's what he was saying. And it had images in that book. The cover was this right here. The cover was that image right there. And when he was flipping through the book, it was images of Jake like this. You know? It was images of Jake like this in the book. Like I said, I never heard of a St. George or nothing. But as soon as I woke up, I started searching it. And when I seen this image, I was like, oh shit, that was the front cover of the book that was shown to me. I've never seen this image before. And when I looked into what St. George is and everything of the sort, we're going to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all spiritual. You know? So just to quickly tell the story. You know what? No. Let's read this verse real quick, and then I'll quickly go over the dream, because it's a very, I only can really remember a little bit now. It's been 2 days since I had it. This is Joel chapter 2 verse 28. It says, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old man shall dream dreams, and your young man shall see visions." So that's what I believe. The Lord gave me that dream right there. And it was a cave full of gold like this, and it had artifacts in it. Now, to quickly speak on the dream, I don't know who I was with, brethren. I don't know. It was somebody with me. It was a group of people with me. I don't really remember now. But basically, we found some cave. And we bust in the cave, and it was this. It was gold every freaking where, and it was like I remember it was plates of gold. I remember it looked like cards, golden cards, and I was holding them and flipping through them, like, oh snaps. And it was weird because we were like, damn, how we gonna get out of here? So we like broke out of there, but we ended up somehow in my auntie's garage. It was like the cave was connected to my auntie's garage. That was weird. I don't know. So when we broke out of there, we got out the cave. Another group of people came in there. I don't know who these people were, and it was like people that get took on a tour, and they have like a tourist explaining everything to them. That's what the group was. It was like some tourist people, and there was a guy in the front explaining everything to them. So we crawled back from our auntie garage in the cave, and the dude is seeing what it is, and that's when he says, "Look." He says, "Yeah, look, this is yours." He was saying, I can't really. I'm like only guessing what he said. I can't remember what he was saying, but basically he was saying this is all about y'all. And this is when he showed this. He picked this book up. It was a book with this cover. This cover right here. He picked the book up and he started flipping through it. And he was saying, yep. He was flipping through it. As he was flipping through it, he was showing images like you see on the screen. The Black Russian icon images. And he was saying, this is y'all. This is you. This is, y'all you're the Israelites. Like, this is the Israelites. And that's just what I really remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, I woke up after that. After he was flipping through the book. And I started quickly searching who was St. George and everything. It was kind of like this clip. Let's play this clip right here with Richard Pryor. It was just like this. It was like this too. It made me think of this.
Professor! I got it open! Good heavens, man! Great Scott, we've discovered the fountain of all knowledge of Egypt in the entire world. Do you realize the importance of this moment, Smedley?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you see the brilliance, the untold years?
I see it, sir.
Oh,
Sir.
that's his message. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Slide.
Look! What is this? See. Says, cannot. This is the elixir of life, sir.
The elixir of life?
The cure for all diseases. Wait. See here. Wait,
Give it to
there's
me.
an inscription on the bottom.
Give it to me.
Man arrived on
Book of life.
in the beginning when man arrived on earth, the black gods did leave their spacecraft and they walked and they named the beasts of the sea and the animals of the land.
Heavens.
And man in his blackness did walk the earth making medicine.
Medicine?
They discovered type These were all black people got down. Wait a minute. This ain't nothing in here about whitey. This is ours, Jack. Wait till the brothers hear this. I'm gonna
I had to play that clip because I immediately thought of Richard Pryor. And I've seen this clip from, the older brother and sharing this. And basically it was like this. It was like a moment like this in the dream. Real quick. It was a moment like this in a dream. So it was a dope dream. It was a dope dream, and I'm sharing it like Richard Pryor said. Wait till the brothers hear about this. That's how I kind of feel to do this lesson. But when you look up the word George, it says husbandman or a farmer, till the ground or earth. So this is the book. This is the cover of that book. Now, check this out. Let's read a little bit of this. And we go grab some scriptures in between this. It says the Black St. George icon. Now, what you're looking at right here is he has a halo over his head. That's a halo over his head, and he has a spear in his hand, and he's killing a dragon. He's killing a dragon, and when I was reading about it, certain of them paint the horse white. The horse is supposed to be painted white, but certain of them paint the horse black. I don't know why, but it would be more on point if the horse was white. From what I was searching on this dude, it's not even a lot of information as well on this dude. The information has been lost in history. This basically all I could find. I was like, whoa, but this was the cover of the book. I remember it vividly. Matter of fact, let's play this real quick. It's like some people talking about it real fast, and then we're gonna go into like we're gonna go into it of that article.
So this is a Russian icon, and you can see there's a bit of Cyrillic writing up there saying George, who this is. And there are lots of images of St. George around. Anytime you see images of a knight on horseback, stabbing a dragon, usually with a big long spear, sometimes he's saving a princess, that's St. George. But there's no princess here.
No, it's more of a distilled version.
So
Often we're used to seeing him, though, in knight's metal armour.
And yeah, he doesn't look like a knight here. He looks like he's just kind of wearing a nice little tunic and a very flowy red cape and some nice bright red
There's
tights.
nothing particularly that's going to protect him.
But what we do see, because of that very neatly composed billowy red cape, is his halo. There are little bits of gold left on the circle around his head. And that's how we know that he's not just any old man riding through the countryside killing a dragon, like you do. He's St. George.
And that's the fact that they've put the cape flowing up like that. That's definitely a purposeful compositional point, that they want to highlight the halo, don't they? And they draw attention to it.
Right.
That cape drags your eye up to the halo and then across to the name. The inscription, George.
Right, because sometimes we see icons with a whole gold background, but we don't here, because this wasn't a scene that took place in heaven, illuminated by the light of heaven.
No, that's interesting, because again, this is a Byzantine icon, and the white horse is often associated with Crusader art, so it's often with Western ideas of St. George. And don't forget that the Crusades came through, they stayed in Constantinople 50 years. So if the West associates St. George with a white horse and Crusader triumphant sort of attitude, the Byzantine world
It's not
it
really,
doesn't.
it's not
It's
like
kind
a
of thin laser.
modern St. George, perhaps, killing the dragon with a laser. But there is that dragon. I mean, it kind of looks like a big snake all coiled up down at the
Yeah, it's
bottom.
definitely coiled up in itself. Looks like it's kind of knotted round its tail, almost going to eat its own tail there, struggling. But the moment of death hasn't happened yet, has it? He's frozen in that moment of just about to impale him, just about to succeed. And it's interesting because often in Western art, they're
So, I just wanted to play a little bit of that. I kind of skimmed through it because, I don't want to lose your attention. But you could, if you want to look a little further, listen to the whole video. Icon of St. George, the Black George, late 14th century. But that was the cover of the book right there. In this cave it was a cave full of gold, and that was the cover of the book that the dude was going through. He was going through a book, and that was the cover of the book, and it said George on it, And as you heard the lady explaining a little bit, that the horse is supposed to be white, but they changed it black. But then Saint George is killing the dragon. Now we're gonna read about Saint George real quick. We're gonna read about him, and you're gonna see how spiritual this is, man. Like, woo! In other words, Yahweh Shemel Shai finna destroy Esau Edom and his kingdom. Okay, the dragon, NATO, the EU, that beast system, it's done. It's finna get destroyed. Like Saint George, the image is showing us Saint George taking his ass down. Now let's read a little bit of it real quick. It says Black Saint George icon. Let me make it a little bigger. It says this icon of Saint George has become known as the Black George because the horse is painted black rather than the white horse that has traditionally been used for Saint George icons. Russia converted to Christianity in 988, and much of its religious art was inspired by the Byzantine traditions. This icon, made in 1400s, was discovered in 1959 in a village in North Russia. It was being used as a window shutter. The Black Saint George icon depicts Saint George and the dragon, which legends describe the saint slaying a dragon that demanded human sacrifices and thereby rescuing the princess chosen as the next offering. So the you could think of Shrek, the movie Shrek. That's what it just said. It says the legend describes the saint slaying a dragon that demanded human sacrifices and thereby rescuing the princess chosen for his next offering. That's like, damn, that now you know where they get the movie Shrek from. Now, the spiritual thing is this. The princess represents Israel. The dragon represents Esau Edom. And Saint George represents the righteous. Now, watch as we go further in this article. It's going to explain that to you. It says some icons depicting the saint. You know what? I got to grab a scripture. I'm sorry. Revelations 20. All right. It's Revelations 20 and 1. Because the dragon is Esau Edom in his kingdom, in his power structure. Revelation 21 says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. And this is when Esau went down. The self-proclaimed white man is Esau. He went down in his Roman Empire. Okay? The dragon was that Roman Empire, which was ran by the Edomites, the Romans. And he got pushed into the caves for 1,000 years. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, which is those mountains, the Caucasus Mountains, which if you look up the Caucasus Mountains and you ask, is the Caucasus Mountains a part of Europe? And the answer is yes. They consider the Caucasus Mountains Eastern Europe. All right? So he got put into the caves, that bottomless pit, which is, the bottomless pit is Europe itself, but he got put in the caves, eastern part of the bottomless pit. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and afterward he must be loosed a little season. So Esau came out of the caves in the Renaissance era. The Renaissance, which means the rebirth. And he's in his little season now. He's in that little season right now. And what is he doing? Let's go on. Let's go to verse 7. It says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan should be loosed out of his prison. He came out of the caves. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, He's out of the caves deceiving the world again. That's what he's doing. And one of the many things he did is that he raped and robbed the earth for all the precious artifacts, gold, precious jewels. Okay? That's what he did. And the Lord allowed me to have that dream of seeing it. In this, now we're back in this little article of St. George here. So now that we established that Esau Edom is that, the serpent-clad white man, he is that dragon. Now jumping back to the article, it says, and thereby rescuing the princess chosen as the next offering. Some icons depict the saint as a horseman killing the dragon date to the 12th century. The motif became popular, especially in Greek, Georgian, and Russian icon traditions. The saint is depicted in the style of a Roman cavalryman. He is mostly shown on the white horse facing right, but sometimes also on a black horse or facing left. So you could tell that Esau manipulated this picture. He was on a white horse facing right. He wasn't on a black horse facing left. But remember the Renaissance era, one of the things they did was iconoclasm, which was defacing of images. He started to change up the images. It says, but sometimes also on a black horse or facing left. From its Eastern origins, it was introduced into the Western Christianity tradition by the Crusades. It says Byzantine art is the term used for the artistic products produced by or influenced by Eastern Roman or Byzantine Empire. The empire emerged from Rome's decline and lasted until the fall of Constantinople in 1453. Many Eastern Orthodox states in Eastern Europe preserved the empire's art for centuries afterward. Artistic traditions that originated in the Byzantine Empire, notably regarded icon painting, were maintained in Greece, Cyprus, Siberia, Bulgaria, Romania, Russia, and other Eastern Orthodox countries to this present day. So there's a lot of art out there that we don't know about, that the Lord got hidden, that we're gonna get. It says, let me see. Where's that at, man? No. You know what? I'm sorry. This is the wrong article. Let me see if I can find the other one. This is the wrong one. So I was reading through so many of them that I think I got a little mixed up with some of them. Now this ain't the one either. It was one of them that explained the picture. I'm gonna find it real quick. Where's it at, man? Let me see, is it this one? Bear with me. Oh, here we go, right here. This is the one. Okay? This is the one. Now that we read all of that, it's basically it's saying the other thing that the other one said. But now that we read what the picture is depicting, now check this out. Let's rewrite. Let's start right here. Okay, I'll start from right here. It says, make it a little bigger. It says, the first thing anybody thinks about in connection with St. George is dragons. Everybody has heard St. George and the dragon, and there are countless George and dragon pubs. The story of George and the dragon, which first gained popularity in the 14th century, is set in Libya. It says the story tells of a dragon was terrorizing the local populace, who tried to appease it by feeding it all their flocks of sheep. When all the sheep had been eaten, they turned to human sacrifices. But even so, the beasts continued to destroy the countryside. So basically, it's Esau being destructive in the planet Earth. And you try to please Esau, you try to do anything for him, and he's not satisfied, as the scriptures say. He could not be satisfied. In Habakkuk 2, it says, finally, it was decided to sacrifice the princess in a last ditched attempt to buy off the dragon. Fortunately for her, along came St. George on his trusty white charger, his white horse, and duly slew the offending dragon, freeing the princess in the process. It says, it is said that the story is allegorical. Now this is the point. It is said that the story is allegorical, with the dragon representing Satan and the princess representing the Christian church. It does not, however, take a major leap to the connection of the story of St. George and the dragon with the equally well-known myth. So that was the point. That the story is allegorical. The dragon represents Satan, which is also Esau, and the princess represents the church. You know? So I thought that was crazy when I was reading through that. And how it lines up with what us today. It's Jeremiah 6:2. It says, I have likened the daughter of Zion, the Israelites, to a comely and delicate woman. You see that? And we went through Romans 20 that Esau is the dragon. And he's trying to devour the woman. You know? That also matches Revelations, the 12th chapter. Revelations 12 and 1. It says, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head was a crown of 12 stars. So that woman represents Israel, and the 12 stars represent the 12 tribes. And the sun and moon represents the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that the Lord have endowed the Israelites to have, which you find in Deuteronomy 4, I think it is. You know? This is Deuteronomy 4 and 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all the statutes and say, surely this is a great nation. Surely this great nation is wise and understanding people. So that matches where that woman, we have the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. That dragon has been devouring us. He has our artifacts hidden. He has all the precious commodity of the earth. He has gold. He has everything. And the Spirit of the Lord allowed me to see that in that dream. It was pretty dope, man. And it had that book. It had a book. It had a book with that icon on it of St. George. Let me see if I could blow this one up. And the dude started flipping through it, and it had those icons in it. You know what I mean? It had this picture on it. It had those icons in it. And when you look through St. George, who this guy was, he was a dude who slayed the dragon. He came through on a white horse, like Yahushai. He came through on a white horse, and he slayed the dragon and rescued the woman. What is that, Revelations 19? And not like I was saying, I never even knew that there was a St. George in the stories of such. But after seeing it in my dream, I looked it up and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. The Lord basically showed that. This Revelations 19 and 11 says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. He that sat on him was called Faithful and True. In righteousness does he doth judge and make war. You see? You know what I mean? And that's Yahushua. You know? And let me jump down to verse 19. It says, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And the beast was taken. Esau Edom's gonna lose his power. He went from a dragon to a beast, a 7-head beast. It says, and with him the false prophet. He been using the Roman Catholic Church, and out of the Roman Catholic Church stems out all the different type of Christian denominations. It says that wrought miracles before him, with the which he deceived them to have received the MOTB, which is the charagma, the micro C-hip, and them that worshipped his image. They both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. It says, and the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. So Esau Edom's going to lose. Just like St. George killed off the dragon in the story. You know? So, yeah, man, I just wanted to report on that. I thought that was, it was just a pretty dope, man. I thank y'all about Shema Shad. I was able to have that dream. And it's crazy how it just coincides with what's going on now and everything of the sort. And we got a lot to look forward to. Watch, as soon as y'all about Shema Shad, as soon as the Heavenly Father Yahweh let Yahweh Shad do his thing, right? We're going to, when Yahweh Shad deliver us, we're going to come back down off of those chariots. And we're going to start going to get everything that's hidden. We're going to go get everything Esau done been hiding. All the facts. All the precious commodity of the earth. We're going to go get everything. And we're going to build up the nation of Israel with the precious commodities. And we're going to fill the earth with truth through the artifacts. We're going to get the history, the true history again. And in that dream, I strongly believe the Lord was showing that. So we just got to continue to hold on, continue to believe, have faith, and wait and see how Yahweh Shema Shai gonna play this thing out. But best believe, brothers, we finna see some dope stuff. We finna see some dope stuff. But hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, Brakatham, to you dear brothers and sisters, man. I hope that was edifying to you brothers and sisters. Hey, you brothers and sisters, stay strong out there. Keep going. Shalom.